just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything.
He destroys. My mouth speaks the praise of Yah, and let all flesh bless his set apart name forever and
And
ever.
never. All praise to
Hallelujah.
Yah.
All praise to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise
Man,
Yah,
all
man.
praise to the Most
Praise the
High,
Most
Praise
High.
man.
y'all. Praise y'all.
Hey, y'all nasty, boy. Y'all nasty, man. Y'all know how to get somebody's spirit jump. Hallelujah.
All praise.
Hallelujah, man. I'm telling you, man.
Selling they soul, liquor and dope. Letting go of the rope, young and the old, slippery slope. Proverbs 1 and 24 is the cause of our woes. We don't even know. So many in the city lack a father. Ain't no winning till we turn back to the Father. No quitting, remain willing to go harder. Further,
You got good people out there. You still got to follow the commandments.
the money come with problems and we got no way to solve them. If you got it, then you got them. Best believe that, bro. Open up the Bible, you will find yourself inside
And
it.
this is the message which we have heard from him and announced to you, that Elohim is light, and in him is no darkness at all.
In the scriptures, love life and put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to.
I was thinking we actually, since you said that, I was looking at Psalm 66, and that's what is going on, you know.
Just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah. Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the power. You could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over.
That's when that lust kick in, man. You always got to be dealing with that fight, that daily flesh fight every day.
Every
Every
day.
day.
Rules look strange to Americans. They ain't used to seeing Torah keeping people with no Satan in them. Some of us only keep.
I was able to connect to one of our elders in Africa of the Limba tribe.
Till we discover the truth in that days, we be doing something different. We follow the Abba to the T with no permission. Wrestling for blessings like your code, we on a mission. Fully understanding we're the vehicle to bring the truth to others while maintaining that Yahuwah is the engine. I don't think you heard me. I said y'all must be the engine. The Messiah came in his name. He is on one accord with him. In this land of Kiddim, always second guess doctrine that's polytheistic and not keeping the Father central. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the
I don't think the Most High made a mistake. That's how I look at it. He knew what was going on. He knew what he was going to do. He knew how it was going to play out. You know what I'm saying? He declared the end from the beginning. So if it went like that, it meant to go that way.
Less about the power, you could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah. Father over everything. Father over everything. Power, you could keep the rings. Father over everything, yeah.
I know y'all Hebrews, and I know it's late. So, Shabbat Shalom. I love y'all, man.
Love,
Me
too,
too,
bro.
Love, brothers.
Hey, Shabbat.
Right on. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, that's for sure. But the Most High with everything. I love that. Praise Yah. Let's get it.
All right.
Yes,
See
sir.
it?
Yes, sir. Psalms 108.
All praise.
Oh, Elohim, my heart is steadfast. I sing and give praise, even my esteem. Awake, harp and lyre. I awake the dawn. I praise you, O Yahuwah, among peoples. I sing praises to you among the nations. For your loving commitment is great above the heavens, and your truth reaches to the clouds. Exalt yourself above the heavens, O Elohim, and your esteem above all the earth, in order that those You love might be delivered. Save with your right hand and answer me. Elohim has spoken in his set apartness. I exalt. I portion out Shechem. And I measure out the valley of Sukkot. Gilead is mine. Manasseh is mine. And Ephraim is my chief defense. Yahudah is my inscriber. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom, I cast my shoe. Over Philistine, I raise a shout. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who shall lead me to Edom? Have you not rejected us, O Elohim? And you do not go out with our armies, O Elohim. Give us help from distress, for the help of man is nothing. And Elohim, we do mightily, for it is he who treads down our adversaries. And that's for sure. Hallelujah. Praise Yah.
Hallelujah. Oh, praise.
Yahudah is my inscriber, what the Most High say. So he giving us the word, and all we doing is writing it down and doing our best to give it to the people right now. All praises.
All praise.
And what it say, Yamel? Ephraim is my chief defense. Hopefully we can deal with a little bit of that later.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's just get a refresh of what we was dealing with last week, right? We dealt with it. Say, what is man? That Sirach 18:8. What is man, and whereto serves he? Right. So we dealt with that last week. We dealt with what is man and what to serves he? Right. What is his purpose? What he serves he? Right. So today we're gonna deal with what is his good. What is man's good? Right.
Okay. Okay. That's what we dealing with.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Micah. Malachi. Okay, Micah 6:1.
Yes, sir.
Hear now what Yahuwah is saying. Arise, strive with the mountains, and let the hills hear your voice.
Mm-hmm. So that means when we proclaiming, man, our voice needs to be loud, right? Just like what brothers go to in that Isaiah when say, cry loud, right?
Cry loud, fear not, right? With what shall I come? Micah 6:6. With what shall I come before Yahuwah? Bow myself before the high Elohim. Shall I come before him with ascending offering? With calves a year old? Is Yahuwah pleased with thousands of rams or 10,000 rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression?
Come on.
The fruit of my body for the sin of my being. He has declared to you, oh man, what is good.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Yahuwah require of you but to do right?
Oh, so when it says, should I come with him with all these calves or sending offerings with calves of a year old? He declared to us what's right. What did he say? To do right. He declared to us what's good to do right, right?
Mm.
And to love loving commitment and to walk humbly walk humbly with your Elohim.
How we need to walk with him out?
Humbly.
Oh, so we can't be out here, man. Elohim gave me all this understanding and I'm just gonna be out there boasting, on what I know, right? He said walk humbly.
Right,
it's a blessing for that.
The more knowledge you got, the more responsibility you got to get it out, right?
For sure.
That keep you humble, right?
For sure.
Like you had all this, them talents. Go back to them talents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The voice of Yahuwah cries.
And that's why we're with the mountains. Think about you striving with a mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't beat up on no mountain, boy. You talking about crying. The voice of Yahuwah cries to the city. And let sound wisdom see your name. Hear the rod and him who appointed it.
Ooh, hear the rod, right? Who is the rod?
Man, the rock of
Mashiach,
rod.
right? And him who
Right.
appointed it. Who is him that appointed it? The Most High Yah. Come on.
Okay. Psalm 92, 1 through 6. It is good to give thanks to Yahuwah and to sing praises to your name, O Most High.
So now we know to do good is to do right, what the Most High requiring is for us to do right and love mercy, love and commitment, right? And walk humbly with the Most High. He said it's also good to give thanks to the Most High Yah, right? And praise his set apart name. Come on.
Right. To declare your loving commitment in the morning and your trustworthiness each night. On 10 strings and on a harp, to the sounding chords of the lyre.
All praises. Let me stop you right there. That was a beautiful psalm that was picked out earlier. Because what it say? Awake, when we singing praises to the Most High, it said, I sing and give praise to the Most High, even my esteem. Awake, harp, and lyre. I awake at the dawn, right? Come on, man. That's the same song that we just read.
For you have made me rejoice with your work. You have something to say, Yamil? Okay. For you have made me rejoice with your work. O Yahuwah, I shout for joy at the works of your hands.
Right.
O Yahuwah, how great are your works. Your thoughts are very deep. A senseless man does not know, and the fool does not understand this.
All praises to the Most High, right? Because now we see the difference between a senseless man and a foolish man, and a man walking in righteousness and wisdom, right? They say a fool does not even understand what we talking about right now.
Okay, Psalms 112 and 1. Praise Yah. Blessed is the man who fears Yahuwah.
Blessed is the man who does what out?
Fears Yahuwah.
Come on.
Who has greatly delighted.
Hold us right there. Hold us right there.
Okay.
We want to deal with that a little bit. Hit that Sirach 1.
Okay.
11 through 22. Let's deal with that a little bit. Where it say praise Yah, right? That's a part of what to serves man, to be praising him, right? And it say blessed. Blessed is the man who fears Yah. Come on, that's a blessing right there if you fear the Most High. Go ahead, Al.
Okay, you want to hit that way, Yamel?
If you remember,
yeah, I got hit. One more reading.
Hey, I can hear your TV in the back. Big Al.
Yeah, I just cut it off.
Okay.
Want to read it 11 through 12?
Through 20.
11. Okay, I got you.
11.
The fear of Yahuwah is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing.
Oh, so that's why I said blessed is the man who fears Yah, because it's honor, glory, gladness, and a crown of rejoicing. That's why. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. Go ahead, Ark.
The fear of Yahuwah makes a merry heart and gives joy and gladness and a long life.
Blessed is the man.
Why are you gonna get a long life?
Man, we read that. That's that Proverbs, man. Said for length of days, keeping those commandments.
Right.
Most High keep you in the way, right? The fear of the Most High keep you in the way. You want to have you going out there doing crazy things, right?
Right.
Gonna stay away from that club Friday night. You're gonna stay away from that, hanging out on the street. Because that ain't of the Most High. You ain't gonna do them things.
Not at all. Whoso fears Yahuwah, it shall go well with him at the last. And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
Wow.
Right.
And remember we read that testament of Abraham, how he found favor in the time when he was about to die, right?
And they said, that's that Proverbs 3 again when they said, you find favor with man and with the Most High. So you keeping these commandments, men, people on earth will, honor you just like the Father will honor you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
And
think that testament of Asher. I think that testament of Asher say when a man dies, the angels depends on how he lived his life. Either the angels of the Most High come get him, or the angels of Satan come get him.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that testament of Abraham was also basically speaking about on that same kind of aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I love how I say, whoso fears Yahweh, it shall go well with him at the last, right? Because that's when judgment time come, right? At the last, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, that's when it comes.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we need to stay tight in that fear of the Most High, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. The man who does. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We at 14.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
To fear Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Come on.
I
go back to Jeremiah, right?
There. Yeah, I'm about to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, big time. It was created with the faithful in the womb.
That's beautiful.
So in the womb, there's some people out there that ain't got no fear of the Most High. I mean, sometimes you got to grow into it, but man, created with the faithful in the womb.
Right. So when he created you in the womb, he put that fear and that wisdom on you too. Right. So we all, like you say, what we read earlier, like, what is man? We all was gonna go astray because the house of Adam. Remember when we dealing with that household, the house of Adam. But he said, I put this fear and wisdom in you when I put you in the womb. It was right there with you. Right.
Right. Okay.
She has built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed.
Praise Yah.
Who is that? Her?
That wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So look at that though. Look at that. One time it say, she has built an everlasting foundation with men, right? Wisdom, and she shall continue with their seed, right? Because you got to have that fear of the Most High. You got that fear of the Most High. Of course, if you got that fear, you're gonna be obedient, right? And it say, man, you being obedient to the Most High. Wisdom gonna continue with your seed, man. Come on.
You gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm. To fear Yahuwah is fullness of wisdom, and fills men with her fruits.
Right.
That's deep right there.
Got it. Yep. To fear Yahuwah. That's the fruits of the spirit.
Fruits of the spirit, and fills men with her fruits.
Right.
So you can tell a man by his fruits, like I say, right?
Mm-hmm. And wisdom, like you say, they got the fruits of the spirit, and wisdom come with her own type of fruits, right?
All right. She fills all their house with things desirable, and the garners with her increase. The fear of Yahuwah is the crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish.
Wow.
Both which are the gifts of Elohim.
Come on.
And it enlarges their rejoicing that love him.
Enlarges, makes bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes bigger our rejoicing, right?
That's right. Wisdom rains down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalts them to honor that holds her fast.
Right.
The root of wisdom is to fear Yah, and the branches thereof are long life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got that 21 in another lesson out? I was gonna say hit that 21 too.
Go ahead.
Unless you got that somewhere else. Hit that 21 too, young man.
Oh, you said 21?
Yeah.
All right. The fear of Yahuwah drives away sins, and where it is present, it turns away wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Turns away wrath. All right, jump to 26. All right.
If you desire wisdom, guard the
What you gotta
commandments.
Right.
what you gotta do if you want wisdom out?
Gotta guard the commandments.
Mm.
And Yahuwah shall give her unto you.
Come on.
Mm.
Oh, keep reading up.
Yeah, keep going down to just
27.
27.
For the fear of Yahuwah is wisdom
Right.
and instruction,
Right.
and faith and meekness are his delight.
Faith and meekness, he delights in these, right? But the fear of Yahuwah is wisdom and instruction, right? So when you get this instruction, what you got to do? Obey. You got to be obedient to that instruction, right? And we already see his instructions was to keep his commandments, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Back to Psalm 112. You keep going out 4 and 5.
All right. What's that? Zion?
No, you just hit the light. Start with
Okay, I
light.
figured that. Light has risen in the darkness to the straight ones.
Right.
Those showing favor, right. The compassionate and the righteous.
So it's a light has risen in the darkness to the straight ones, though, not to everybody, right? Not to everybody, to the straight ones. Those showing favor, right? That same grace to the compassionate and to the righteous. So now we still seeing this separation, right? To those who fear the Most High, these are still these blessings to the man who fears the Most High. You ain't walking in darkness no more. Light has risen. Come on. Y'all know this world dark, man. Come on.
Good is a man showing favor and lending. He sustains his matters in right rulings.
Come on. And that's what we read early. That's what we read early in that what was it? In that Micah. He showed you what was good, right? He told you what was good. Now he telling you again, good is a man showing favor, right? Showing grace and lending. Come on. Go ahead, Art.
Okay. You ready, Jermaine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna hit this 1 through 13, not Sirach 29.
All right. He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, and he that strengthens his hand keeps the commandments.
Whoa. So we never get that commandment in them. But actually we do when it said love your neighbor as you love yourself.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna strengthen his hand. He's saying, man, you lend it to him, you love him as you love yourself, you keeping the commandments. All praises.
All praises.
2, lend to your neighbor in time of his need, and pay your neighbor again in due season. Keep your word and deal faithfully with him, and you shall always find the things that is necessary for you.
And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. A lot of people say it in the streets. I'm a man of my word. Man, not always, but the Most High telling us, keep your word and deal faithfully, right?
That's right.
4, many, when a thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found, and put them to trouble that helped them.
Right.
Ooh, that's crazy right there.
That's
Many,
for real though.
when the thing was lent them, reckoning to be found. Man, I just gave you that. Man, I found this. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just found this, man. What you talking about? I just gave it to you about an hour ago.
And put them to trouble that helped them though.
That helped.
Right.
That's crazy.
So that make you might not want to lend to the next man because of how the last man treated you when you lent to them, right?
Right.
5, till he has received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money, he will ask submissively. But when he should repay,
he will prolong the time
Right.
and return words of grief and complain of the time.
And complain at the
Man.
time. Man, come on, you ain't even give me no time to get it back to you. Right?
Man, it's hectic out here, man. I gotta pay my bill. I got this to pay. I got that to pay. I know you know, but he come to you like,
it's sort of crazy because look, it's like something like, okay, check it out. So it wasn't 20 little funky dollars when I lent it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
$20. It wasn't a little $20 when you needed it.
Right. Hey, big man.
I'm gonna give you that $20 that I'm gonna get back.
Hey,
you know
big man, that's the big words right there. Man, I give you a little $20 back. Why my $20 gotta be little? You feel me? Little when you ask for it.
Exactly. Seriously. That's crazy.
Man. Like, you were real grateful when I gave it to you.
You're right. It was a big 20. It was a big 20 and big help. Now I give you a little $20, man. Come on, relax.
$20. Yeah.
Like you say, he will prolong the time. I got you next week.
Right.
You know, then he gonna return words of grief and complain at the time. That's crazy. Okay.
So that lets you know that these people been running the world the way they running the world then, man. You know?
New under the sun.
Right.
Straight up. All right, 6. If he prevail, he should hardly receive the half.
Right.
And he will count as if he had found it. If not, he has deprived him of his money, and he has gotten him an enemy without cause.
Come on, man.
Right. An enemy without cause.
Listen to that. He pays him cursing and railing, and for honor, he will pay him disgrace.
And will pay him this, man. Come on. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Seriously. Many, therefore, have refused to lend for other men's ill dealings, fearing to be defrauded.
Exactly. We just said that, right?
Just said that.
Right.
Yep.
Yet have you patience with a man in poor estate, and delay not to show him mercy.
Come on.
Help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn him not away because of his poverty.
For the commandment's sake, love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Right. And turn him not away because of his poverty.
Right.
Wow. Lose your money for your brother and your friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost.
Right.
You ain't taking nothing with you, right?
Right.
Definitely not. Definitely not. 11. Lay up your treasures according to the commandments of El Elyon, and it shall bring you more profit than gold.
Right.
Man, what do you lay up your treasures in heaven?
Right. That's that Matthew 6, 19 through 21. Same thing. We ain't gonna deal with it, but it's the same thing. What you just said.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Art.
So it's like when you lose your money for your friend, that means you're gonna stack a rich in heaven. You know what I'm saying? The everlasting treasure, man.
All right. I guess we're gonna read it then one time. We wasn't gonna deal with it, but we'll hit it one time then. Because everybody's saying it. So let's deal with it one time. Because Mashiach said these same things, right?
That's right.
Mashiach said the same thing, guys. I'll read it one time. That Matthew 6, 19 through 21. Do not lay up for yourself treasures on earth, right? Where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart shall be also.
Right.
Come on.
Man, all praises, man.
All praises.
Man, I got me something up in the kingdom. I just, got to get there to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and how you say lending right here, because we got it. We just being all the way 100. Man, lending is a tough thing. We just read why. We just read many therefore refuse to lend for other men's ill dealing, fearing to be defrauded. It's still a tough thing to do, man, because you're like, man, this nigga, you know. So now these days when we land, we just gotta chalk it up as a loss anyway. Like, yeah, you know, he ain't gonna get that back.
That go back to the saying, um, Lynn expecting nothing back.
Right.
I forgot what scripture it is. You know, like when you give somebody something, don't expect it back. You know, they give it back to you, all praises, but like
that way, when they do give it back, it's a blessing to you.
Right.
It's a blessing. Yeah.
Because then when it come back to you, it's at a time when you pretty much need
it. Physically need it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, like, is it really a loss? Because you got that treasure in heaven. You know what I'm saying? All praises.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
Right.
Oh, was I still reading? What we reading to?
Yeah. 13, or did you hit the?
Oh no,
yeah,
I'm
you
at
on
13.
Okay.
Shut up arms in your store. Shut up arms in your storehouses, and it shall deliver you from all affliction.
Wow.
It shall fight for you against your enemies better than a mighty shield and a strong spear.
Wow, these arms will do that. You giving arms, this was gonna do, right? It says fighting for you better than a strong spear and a mighty shield. Because the Most High see you giving them arms, right? And he's your strong spear and your mighty shield. Come on.
Right.
Just like it say, the script say, money is a defense, right?
That's it.
Right up.
Defense.
Defense, but the Most High is a deliverer.
Right. Okay. Psalms 112, 6 and 7. Jermaine, you keep going.
For he is never shaken. Laying the righteous is remembered forever. No, for he is never shaken. The righteous is remembered forever.
Right.
He is not afraid of an evil report. His heart is steadfast, trusting in Yahuwah.
Right.
Good. Go ahead, Doc.
No, go ahead, Doc. Yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
Nah, that same good man that's showing favor and lending, right? This good man, he is never shaken, right? Because the Most High said, I'm going to remember you, right? And he ain't afraid of an evil report, this same good man. Because why he not afraid of an evil report? He trusted in the Most High. Yeah. Come on, let's deal with that a little bit. Go ahead.
All right. Joshua 1 and 9.
Have I not
commanded?
Oh, my fault.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, you got it.
Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid nor be discouraged, for Yahuwah your Elohim is with you wherever you go.
Come on, praise
wherever you go.
Praise y'all. So why I'm gonna be scared of an evil report? And the Most High said, I commanded you. I've commanded you to be strong and courageous, right?
So
don't be discouraged.
Yeah,
go ahead.
My bad. He said, be faithful unto death, man. I'll give you a crown of life, man. So yeah, unto death, man.
Straight up.
Unto death. Okay. All right. Jeremiah 17, 5 through 8. I got it. Thus says Yahuwah, cursed is the man who trusts in man and makes flesh his arm, and whose heart turns away from Yahuwah.
Oh, that's nasty right there. The Most High said, you cursed, man, because you making another man, you depending on another man. When I said, don't be afraid, I'm with you wherever you go. But you said, you know what? The president, man, he doing real good sending me these checks, man. You feel me? I'm gonna make him my right arm, right?
For he shall be like a shrub in the desert, and not see when good comes, and shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, a salt land that is not inhabited. Blessed is the man who trusts in Yahuwah, and whose trust is Yahuwah.
Right.
Well, for he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spread out its roots by the river, and does not see when heat comes. And his leaf shall be green, and in the year of drought he is not anxious, nor does he cease from yielding fruit.
Come on, man. Come on, man. The same one that trusts in the Most High, yeah, right? His heart is steadfast, and we see why. We see why his heart is steadfast, right?
Right. Okay. Sirach 2, 10, and 11. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahuwah and was confounded? That's the question.
That's a question.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Any abide in his fear, right? Because blessed is the man that fears the Most High Yah. Look at the generations of old. Anybody abide in the Most High fear? And was he forsaken? I ain't never seen it.
Even. And or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
That called upon him. That's why we always say that name is important, right? Because when they say call upon him, that name comes with it.
For sure.
Straight up.
For sure.
For Yahuwah is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgives sins and save in the time of affliction.
Oh, praises. I love that part.
Be here. Straight up.
And he said that's beautiful, right, big man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very beautiful.
Hey, man. The Most High forgives sin.
Right. That's one of them verses that you know how people always tattooing some verses on them. You feel me? Don't even know what the verse mean half the time. That's one you tat on you right there. Full of compassion, merciful, long suffering, very pitiful, forgive sins. That's very important. Forgive sins, right? And saves in the time of affliction. By all praises.
All praises.
Okay. Psalms 112 and 8. His heart is upheld. He is not afraid. While he looks on his adversaries, he scattered abroad. He gave to the poor. His righteousness is standing forever.
Man, what is man's good? We dealing with it. What is his good? His righteousness stands forever. We just read 112. Come on. Hit that Proverbs 2.
His horn is exalted with sting. Okay. Proverbs 2.
And when it say his horn, when it say his horn is exalted with esteem, that's talking about his head, right?
Yeah.
You said you want me to hit it?
Yeah, you can hit it.
Okay. Proverbs 2 and 1. My son, if you accept my words and treasure up my commands with you, so that you make your ear attend to wisdom, incline your heart to understanding. For if you cry for discernment, lift up your voice for understanding. If you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasure, then you would understand the fear of Yahuwah.
Right.
And find the knowledge of Elohim.
Right.
All praises to the Most High.
Man, all praises to the Most High. Because it say, if you cry for discernment, that means you got to cry and ask for discernment from the Most High. Right? These are things that we should be praying for. Crying out for discernment, lifting up your voice, asking the Most High for understanding, right? These are things we should be asking for, right? After we ask for these things, say, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Seeking out the Most High, just like you chasing that paycheck out here, right?
Real talk.
Right.
Real talk.
So we do that, then we'll understand, right? Then, just then, finally, right, we'll understand the fear of the Most High Yah. What we've been dealing with. We about to really get to what's his good, but we still have to break this down one time, right? Go ahead.
For Yahuwah gives wisdom. Out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding.
Wait, who gives wisdom out?
The Most High.
All praise.
Out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. And he treasures up stability for the straight. A, a shield to those walking blamelessly.
The righteous, not a shield for everybody. We still got to understand the separation because it's very important. It's very important.
Right.
Because, you know, people read that John 3:16, for he so loved the world. What world is he talking about? The world of the whole world or the world of the righteous? Come on, man.
Man, world without end, Israel.
Right.
To watch over the path of right ruling and the way of his loving committed ones, he guards.
Right. Separation.
Then you will understand righteousness and right ruling and straightness. Every good path.
What kind of path?
Every good path.
That's the path we supposed to be on, that narrow path. Every good path, we gonna go that way. We'll never go in the way of unrighteousness. Come on.
Wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge be pleasant to your being. Discretion will guard you. Understanding will watch over you. And deliver you from the evil way, from the man who speaks perversities. Man, you know, that's all your old friends. Those who leave the path of straightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil, they delight in the perversities of evil. They delight in that, right?
They delight in it. Jump down at
20. Jump down at 20.
It said, those who leave the path of straightness, right?
Right. So that means there was once on it,
Right. And Mashiach said, those that pick up the plow and then put it down, you know, they're not worthy of the kingdom, man.
Right, because
sound like Samuel.
I mean at some point the Most High gave you some understanding to walk on the good path, right? But you left that path. You left the path.
Like Samuel, right? Samuel left the path, start one, you know what I'm saying?
Saul.
When he killed David. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Saul, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Hey, I need a minute, brothers. Give me a second. Y'all can keep going if y'all want to.
Hey, go say that one time. I'll praise y'all.
All praises. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So walk in the way of goodness and guard the path of righteousness.
So, for sure.
So when you guard, when you guard that path of righteousness, what we talking about when it say guard the path of righteousness? We know what it means to walk in the way of goodness, and it's saying guard the path of righteousness. What is telling us?
Guard your way from doing evil. You know, guard the righteous path. You know, like you say, you know, guard my commandments, hide them in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Okay. So
can I say maybe like constantly examining yourself, making sure you doing what you're doing?
For sure.
All
yes,
that.
you can.
All that.
Right. All that. Yes, you can say that. That's a part of God. I agree. That's a part of guarding the path of righteousness, examining myself, making sure I'm walking that path of righteousness, right? According to the Most High. Because everybody got a different, everybody in their own understanding got their definition of righteousness, right? But the Most High in his word gives us what righteousness is, right? It's a difference. All right, 21. Why do we need to guard the path of righteousness? What that 21 say?
For the straight shall dwell in the earth, and the perfect be left in it.
The meek shall inherit the earth, what Mashiach told you. This the same thing, right?
Sir.
Yes, sir. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 6.
Right. Now let's get to it. That was our introduction. That was basically an introduction of being good. You know, that's why he talking about it so long. Hey, we need the introduction of what the Most High told us what's good, you know, and all these things, right? He didn't say I don't want all, you know, all these 1-year-old calves and all that, man. Come on. Oh yeah.
Okay, Deuteronomy 6, 4, and 5. Ready, Yamel?
Yeah, I'm ready up.
Okay.
Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah, our Elohim, Yah is one.
Right.
And you shall love Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your might.
Hey, will we say that's a commandment too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a command.
Okay.
That's the first and greatest command, right?
Okay.
Man, that's the command that Mashiach said. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
That one of them two great commandments. Yes, sir.
Okay. And this same question go for these next verses, right? Go ahead.
And these words, which I am commanding you today, shall be in your heart.
In your what, Ock?
In your heart.
On your fringes, Ock.
In your heart.
Okay.
All right, because those that worship the Most High and worship Him in spirit and in truth, Ock.
Right.
Spirit and in truth, man. Okay, you just doing it like you said on your fringes, then that's not spirit and truth. You bound to go off, man.
You bound to go off. Right. Well, if you ain't got your fringes on that day, you can't look down and say, "Oh, I'm glad I looked at these fringes. Let me not do this." Come on,
right?
It needs to be in your heart. What the words say.
Yes, sir.
Up. Let me read that again.
Okay.
Hold on, because we should have stopped. I thought. Hold on. We supposed to read 6:2 out. Where we at? Yeah, we supposed to stop that at 5. It's okay. I'm gonna read that 5 again while you talk.
Okay, yeah.
It say, and you shall love Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart and with all your being and with all your might. Right. So let's see what loving the Most High is with all our heart, all our being, and all our might. Go ahead, Ock.
All right, John 14 and 1. You can continue, Yamel.
All right. Let not your heart be troubled. All right. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in Elohim. Believe also in me.
That's why he told you what we just read. Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah, our Elohim, Yah is one. Believe in me, right? And believe in the Father for sure. Go ahead, Ock.
All right, 11 through 15, Yamel. Keep it moving.
All right. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me. Otherwise, believe me because of the works themselves.
Right.
Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he shall do also. And greater works than these he shall do, because I go to my Father. And whatever you ask in my name, that I shall do, in order that the Father might be esteemed in the Son.
Okay.
If you ask whatever in my name, I shall do it. If you love me, right? If you love me,
right,
you shall guard my commands.
Okay. So now we're getting a little understanding when he said, and you shall love Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart, with all your being, with all your might.
So how is it possible all these people claiming to love Yahshua and telling you that you ain't got to keep the commandments?
It's impossible.
Real talk.
Because they separate the old from the new, and then they be like, all you gotta do is love God and love your neighbor as yourself. But they don't think about the commands when they say these things. That'd probably be a big difference. You know, like you said, on these two commands hang all the law and the prophets. They probably don't even read that verse.
I mean, but it's crazy because, well, when you say they separate the old from the new, all this is in the new, fam. All this is in the New Testament.
Yeah. Right.
No,
speaking about the command.
Right. And then, you know, like I said, they probably believe that like we ain't under the old covenant, we under the new covenant. And so the new covenant, Jesus only gave us two commands: love God and love your neighbor as yourself. but they don't realize that when he say that, he talking about the commandments, right?
Oh, for sure. For
Right.
sure.
But now we're getting some understanding when he just told you, if you love me, you should guard my commandments. And when we just read in the old, he said, and you shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart. How do you love him with all your heart, with all your being, with all your might? Right? Keeping his commandments, being obedient to his commandments.
Yes, sir.
It's so simple.
Real talk.
And that's where the other commands come in, because lying down with a man, two men lying down together is not in the team. So when you love the Most High with all your heart, what'd you say?
I said it ain't even in the 600.
Right. So you you love the Most High with all your heart. You're gonna find out who he is, what his name is, what all he wants you to do. So that comes all along with loving the Most High with all your heart. To find these other commands that he don't want you to do. So 21 to 24.
All right. He who possesses my commands and guards them, it is he who loves me.
It is he who loves me. That's clear cut and straight to the point, man. This is who loves the Most High. The one who possesses the commands. I have them, right? I possess them, right? And I guard them. Guard them mean obeying them, right? And I guard them. Come on, man. That's simple, man.
That goes back to the ones that know to do good but do wrong. That's sin, man. Right? He possesses, the commandments, but you go against it. That's sin, man.
Right. So this is loving the Father right here, right? Because he clearly said, it is he who loves me, right? The one who possesses my commands and guards them. That's two things right there. Possessing them and guarding them. You can't just possess them and not guard them. You got to do
that. Right. It is he who loves me, and he who loves me shall be loved by my Father. And I shall love him and manifest myself to him.
Praise Yah. That gave me goosebumps. And he said, I'm going to manifest myself to you. Praise Yah. I'm going to show you what it really is. You've been walking in falsehood. You've been walking in darkness. But what we read earlier, light has shown to the straight ones that was walking in that darkness, right? That's the manifestation right there. Oh, praise, man.
That true light, right?
For sure.
Yahuda, not the one from Corinth, said to him, Master, what has come about that you are about to manifest yourself to us and not to the world?
Come on, he asked a question. This the same one that I mean, not the same one. This the opposite one that didn't give him up, right? They say not the one from carry out. So this ain't the one who gave him up for 30 shekels, right?
Right. Yahusha answered him, if anyone loves me, he shall guard my word. Right?
And that's why we asked the question earlier. What is guarding the way of righteousness, right? Because now we're starting to get this guard my word, obey my word, right? Guard mean obeying. Come on.
Especially right now in these last days,
For sure.
Definitely.
Man.
Definitely.
And my Father shall love him, and we shall come to him and make our stay with him.
Now we see our
indwelling of the Spirit. Go ahead.
And now we see make our stay with him. Now we starting to get a little understanding in the beginning of Genesis when it said, let us make man. Because we said our, not right now, right? Come on.
Good point, Good point.
He who does not love me,
right,
does not guard my words.
Man, come on.
And the word which you hear is not mine, but of the Father who sent me.
The commandments that we read every Shabbat, these commandments in Exodus 20, right? Because it said the word that you hear is not mine, but the Father who sent me. What word did he give you? What word did he use with his own finger and put it on the tablets? Come on, man.
The
this
Father
ain't hard.
word.
You're making it hard.
Okay, that was it then. Okay, my bad.
Get back to that, because
First John 4.
we just want to see, get some understanding on, and you shall love Yah your Elohim with all your heart, all your being, and all your might. What is loving him, right? Clearly we just read keeping his commandments, guarding his commandments, right? All right, now let's hit that 6, verse 6.
Look, and we got, if you don't love him too, you won't guard him.
Right.
I got First John 4.
Right okay, now. My bad. You right. Go ahead.
And then Deuteronomy. Okay. All right. You ready, Jermaine? 4 through 7.
4 through 7?
4 through 7. Yeah.
All right. You are of Elohim, little children, and have overcome them, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. They are
so that's what he said when he was talking about me and my Father were gonna come sit with you, right? And gonna dwell with you. So, and that's why he said, you are of Elohim, little children, and have overcome them, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world, right?
And we know who was thrown to the earth, to the world, right?
Right.
All right, 5. They are of the world. Therefore, they speak as of the world, and the world hears them. We are.
Hold on, big man, one time. So now we understand when we trying to speak the truth to somebody and they don't hear us or understand, it's because they are what of the world.
For sure. For sure. We are of Elohim. The one knowing Elohim hears us.
Right.
He who is not of Elohim does not hear us. By this we know the spirit of the truth and the spirit of the delusion.
Right. Man, that's just like when you're trying to go talk to somebody. They don't hear you because they're not from Elohim. And that's most of the people you come across in this world today. You know what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
And they don't want to hear what you say because the spirit of truth, by this we know the spirit of the truth and the spirit of delusion. So when you go and talk to these brothers, and they don't want to hear you, they're in a delusion, right?
Spirit of delusion, for sure.
And guess what? And if somebody talking that delusion behavior or what it is, they listening to that all day long.
All day.
That verse 7, I think you're supposed to hit 7.
Yeah, I didn't hit 7.
Okay, my bad. Yeah,
Beloved ones, let us love one another, because love is of Elohim. Right. And everyone who loves has been born of Elohim and knows Elohim.
Right. All praises. Again, that's going back
love
to
your neighbor as yourself. Go ahead.
Right. Nah, that's you took the words out of my mouth.
Okay. Smash them out, right? Smash them out your mouth. 6, Deuteronomy 6, 6 and 7. All right, keep going, Jermaine.
And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you raise up.
Oh, man. So this okay. So that's when we was trying to get to it. So would this be a commandment also?
Yeah, that's a command. That's how you show the Most High you love him, by speaking his word wherever you are.
Up. What I'm reading to?
Laying down, huh?
Hello?
You was good.
Now you stopping at 7 right here. But we're trying to get this as this is a command that you're supposed to impress these words on your children. And it also told you to speak them when you sit in your house. So when you sitting in your house, it ain't just your children. That means your woman around too, right?
Right.
And when you walk by the way, so even when you walking on the way, hey, and a brother, might be doing something that's unrighteous, you speak that. When you lie down and rise up, where you lie down at? In your house. Where you rise up at? In your house. Come on, man. So now we about to really get to the discussion. A man's obedience determines his household. Because now brothers just said this is a commandment that you're supposed to impress it on your kids and on your house, right?
Right. Hey, hit that 8 with it too, Jermaine. That 8 go with it.
All right, 8. Okay. And shall bind them as a sign in your hand, and they shall be as a frontlets between your eyes.
Right. So we see them ass snackies take this literal. You look at them, they gonna have a little frontlet hanging on their forehead with the commandments in it, right? While they banging their head against the wall, right? This ain't literal right here. This ain't literal. This spiritual right here, man. When they say bind them on your hand, and they should be frontlets between your eyes. This spiritual right here, man.
Right. It's just like having the mark of the Most High on your forehead, right?
For sure.
1 Corinthians 11:3. One more, Jermaine. All right. 11:3.
3. And I wish you to know that the head of every man is the Messiah, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of the Messiah is Elohim.
Right. So when he said, speak my words, by the way, when you lay down, when you rise up, like Shag said, your woman at home, you know what I'm saying? You speak these words to her too. You know what I'm saying? Because you the head, right?
Right.
This is your job. Right. A man's household determines his obedience, right?
For sure, for sure.
So when you bring it to your woman, you know what I'm saying? Because you the head of that family, and you got to teach this to your kids and everything. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the Messiah is your head, and Elohim is his head. So,
so now we see this commandment that we need to be walking by, for sure.
Right. 1 Peter 3:1. In the same way, wives, be subject to your own husband. So that
if wait. After that, it say, wives, be subject to your own husbands. Why? Go ahead and read out why.
So that if any are disobedient to the word.
So if your husband is being disobedient to the word,
they, without a word, might be won by the behavior of their wives.
So you being disobedient to the word, but you see your wife walking accordingly, the same one that you're supposed to be teaching, she'll win you over. Like, man, let me examine myself, make sure I'm walking right. Look at the behavior of my woman, right?
Having seen your blameless behavior and fear.
And you can go back to the Abigail story with that.
Your adornment should not be out arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on dresses, but the hidden man of the heart. Right? Guard his word in your heart.
Right. And let me go back to that 3 one time. I just kind of caught that. You feel me? And it said wearing gold or putting on dresses. I think about it when the summer come and them women's be putting on them tight, what they call them, sundresses or something like that. That's what we talking about right here.
Them summer dresses.
Yeah. Well, you might, everything's still exposed. I just seen it the other day, made me think of it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because he said your adornment should not be out.
Right.
Your righteousness, comes from the inside, and then that outward gonna be, you're gonna put on the right type of dress. You know what I'm saying? Not dresses that everybody else wearing.
Right, because if you putting your adornment outside, you're trying to let everybody see your adornment, or I don't want to use that word. You're adorned from the outer appearance. We'll put it like that, instead of your inward heart. You know what I'm saying? That righteousness from your heart.
So they should be like, oh, that's a nice dress. Oh, that's a beautiful woman, from the inside. You know what I'm saying? She's so nice and whatever.
Right.
I get what you're
Okay,
saying.
4.
If it was in her heart, then like you said, it'd be nothing for. If it's truly in her heart, she'll dress modest. Period. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why that's why I just brought up the dresses part. Because again, women can put on these summer dresses, see through. You feel me? And she be like, "Well, I got a dress on. Come on now, come on."
It's not from the heart, then.
Right.
Right. And like you said, your adornment should not be outward. You know what I'm saying? Your adornment should be your person, who you are on the inside.
Exactly.
That's what he's speaking on, right?
Right. And that's
but
that fear of the Most High Yah. That's your adornment and your inside, right?
Right. But the hidden man of the heart, that's what he's saying, right? Your adornment should not be outward, arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on dresses, but the hidden man of the heart,
right,
with the incorruptible ornament of a meek and peaceable spirit, right? A meek and peaceable spirit.
Peaceable spirit.
Not in the disruption all the time and fightings and all these things which the world speak of and do, which is of great value before Elohim.
Great value, right? because again, if we think about it in any relationship, who always the one really messing up? The man, right?
Right.
So if she putting on this incorruptible armor of meek and a peaceable spirit, right? The Most High gonna see that because he's like, hey man, I know this man always slipping. You feel me? But she ain't coming at you with all that rah, rah, rah. You know what I'm talking about? It's more peaceable, if anything, you know?
Right.
And that's great value before the Most High. Most High see that, you know, regardless if we see it or not. Because again, that go back to that Abigail story. We see Nabal, he ain't see what type of woman he had, right? We'll have to go read that story. We'll deal with it one day.
For in this way, in former times, the set-apart women who trusted in Elohim also adorned themselves, being subject to their own husband.
And subject to their own husband in these same former times. Like, let's hold that verse real quick and deal with a little bit more on that. Let's jump to that Ephesians 5, 22 to 33. Deal with that a little bit more.
Okay. Ephesians 5 and 22. I keep going. Wives.
Hey, I start that at actually at 23.
23? Okay. Because the husband is the head of the wife, and also the Messiah is head of the assembly, and he is savior of the body.
Right.
You know, like you said, he is savior of the body. The man and woman become one flesh.
Right.
The body, like the body of Christ. But as the assembly is subject to Messiah, so also let the wives be to their own husbands in every respect.
Right. And this also, and this is also talking about, it's gonna, when your wife is subject like that, it's gonna make it easier to sit down and speak to them in the house about the word. If you ain't subject, I can't tell you like, hey, come sit down, man, let's read this word. She be like, man, I got something to do. You know what I'm talking about? Right. But when she's subject to her husband accordingly, you feel me? She gonna be like, okay, yeah, let's get in that script. You know what I'm talking about?
That's gonna make him want to too, because sometimes, you know, man might not want to bring the word or read the word with his lady because she not abiding under him. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? That shouldn't be, because we just all agreed that it's a command to impress them on your children and speak it when you sit in your house, right? We just agreed that that's a commandment.
Right.
So now we see why wives need to be subject to their husbands accordingly, right? For this very reason.
Husbands, love your wives, as Messiah also did love the assembly and gave himself for it, right? In order to set it apart and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
By the word, I'll praise.
In order to present it to himself a splendid assembly.
Right.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any of this sort, but that it might be set apart and blameless.
Mm.
In this way, husbands ought to love their own wives as their own bodies.
Right.
He, he who loves his wife loves himself.
And I go back to when you said in that Genesis, they are one, right?
Are one, right? For no one ever hated his own flesh, but feeds and cherishes it, as also the master does to the assembly.
Mm-hmm. So even when we feed and cherishing, what the Messiah fed us with, that word, right? So we need to feed and cherish our house with that same thing, that word, right?
Mm-hmm. Because we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bone. For this cause, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh.
Right.
This secret is great.
It's what
But
up?
I speak, it's great.
And Big Man just said that last week when we was dealing, when we was first started dealing. He was like, man, why nobody deal like this? Because this secret is great. You would think that this should be known in all the world, right? You would think that all women will be subjecting themselves to their husbands accordingly, right? This secret is great, man. Go ahead,
This secret is great, but I speak concerning Messiah and the assembly. However, you too, everyone, let each one love his own wife as himself, and let the wife see that she fears her husband.
Man. All right, let's
The
jump
only
back
way
to
to keep
Peter.
the house in order, right? That's the only way to keep the house in order.
That's putting your house in order, because basically, especially when you teaching your wife, think about how busy we get as men. You know what I'm saying? You know, dealing with our kids, man. Sometimes, you know, we don't get around to it, but we sitting down with our women. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be their job to actually put that on the kids. Sometimes, you feel me? You know, we still gotta do our jobs as servant of the Most High, but we sitting down teaching our women accordingly, and then in all aspect and fearing the Most High, they gonna turn around and teach the kids accordingly, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, 1 Peter 3. I'm gonna hit 5 and 6 together. For this way, in former times, the set apart women who trusted in Elohim also adorned themselves, being subject to their own husbands, as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him master, of whom you became children.
Hey,
right?
When we came off that okay, yeah, we supposed to hit 6 and 7. My bad, you right. You got it.
Yeah, I was just hitting that 5 with 6 because they go together. That's
okay.
All right. Doing good and not frightened by any fear. You see that? Doing good and not frightened by any fear. In the same way, husband, live understandingly together, giving respect to the wife as to the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the favor of life, so that your prayers not hindered.
And that's a big statement right there. And as being heirs together of the favor of life, right? Because y'all became one. Right. So now y'all heirs together to the grace of life, right?
Right. Okay. Colossians 3, 20 and 21. Ready, Yamel?
Yeah, I'm ready, y'all.
20 and 21, All
right. Children, obey your parents in all, for this is well pleasing to the master.
Right.
Right. And you know, if you're a parent, you're teaching your kids to do these commandments, and then they obeying you, they obeying the commands.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why the Most High said you talk these commandments with your family while you walking, while you sitting down, while you eating, before you go to bed.
Right. And when you rise up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this word is supposed to all the time in our household. This word is supposed to always be in our mouth, then, right?
Right. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged.
That's a big statement.
So you can't tell them you ain't gonna never be it. You know how they used to do.
Yeah, none of that, man.
Okay.
Okay. 20 and
21.
21. And now we going to Proverbs 22 and 6. Train up a child. That what that is?
So we
The
can get
way he
straight
should
to it.
go.
We need them transitions to get straight into it. You know that.
Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he turns not away from it. That's
Mm,
why it's good to speak of these things to your kids, because it's gonna come a time that they're gonna need that word.
right. And you ain't gonna be around.
You ain't gonna be around to navigate through this life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
78, Psalm 78. You keep going, Yamel. Psalm 78, 1 through 10.
My people, give ear to my Torah. And that right there, I was gonna bring it up. But since I read this, my people give ear to my Torah. Like you said, you train up a child in the way that they shall go, and then even when you pass away, if they still have Torah, they can always just look at the book, man. You know, read
Mm-hmm.
because they was taught. You know, they know where to go, they know what to read because you taught them this stuff, man.
Right.
You know, my people, give ear to my Torah, incline your ear to the words of my mouth. I open my mouth in a parable.
Right.
I utter riddles of old. Right? We train up our kids, you know, talk about these parables and riddles. They can understand those parables and riddles, man.
Right. Of
A lot,
old.
a lot of people
Right.
don't understand those.
Mm-hmm.
I open my mouth in parable. I utter riddles of old, which we have heard and known. See that? Which we
Which we
have
have
heard
heard
and known.
and known. So it ain't no secret, right? You
Look at
heard
that.
these
Mm-hmm.
things and you really know them too, right?
Right. Right.
That next verse, that's the spirit, because we just talked about that, right? We just talked about that. For our fathers have related them to us.
That's your job.
Right.
We just read
That's
that
your
this is a
job.
commandment in this Deuteronomy 6. It's your job
Right,
to relate these things to your kids and in your house, right?
right, right. We do not hide from them from their children.
Right. So
We
that
do
Right.
means
not
if you're
hide
not
them
speaking that,
from them.
if you're not speaking it, that means you hiding it.
Right, right. We do not hide them from their children. Relating to the generations to come and praises of Yahuwah.
The praise of the Most High, yeah, right on.
Mm-hmm. And his strength and his wonders, which he has done.
This is our job. This is our job. We have to relate these things to our children, or else they're gonna be sucked up in this world. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
For he raised a witness in Jacob and set a Torah in Israel, which he commanded our fathers to teach them to their children.
He commanded our fathers, right? So y'all was exactly right when we asked, is this a commandment? Yes, it is. He commanded it out to our fathers to teach to their children, man. Come on. So that means every time we read the book of Kings and it said, well, he was more evil than his father, and this one was more evil than his father. And then sometimes we got to even look at a king like Hezekiah that was known to be righteous, but look at his son, wicked in the mud, right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
come on, man.
Wicked.
Wicked.
What in half Isaiah, didn't
it? It is. That's wicked.
Sure, we talking about Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, man. I think who's that? Cain ended up being wicked, right?
Wicked.
Pretty sure Cain knew these commands, but he wanted the son. You know.
He wanted the
he was
son.
He was mad at his mama that it went dark. When he found out, he was mad. Oh, it's your fault that it get dark now like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and they told him the word, right? Over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted the
Ain't want
son.
to hear it.
All right. That it might be known to a generation to come, to children who will be born to rise up and relate them to their children.
Oh, so this
Right.
generational now. Go ahead, I.
Right. It's supposed to be a continual cycle. You teach
Right.
your kids, your kids teach their kids. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
It's a commandment, I. So it'd be passed down from generations like that.
Yeah, it could be passed down to generations and not change because Most High say He don't change, man.
Right.
Right.
It should be the same word over and over again.
Hey, even from the old to the new, from the old to the New Testament,
right?
It don't change.
It don't change.
Man, it don't change.
Right.
It's just the men's interpretation change.
Hey, and that's when that's when it get tricky when you start trying to interpret it. Right?
Right. Lean not on your own understanding, right?
Right.
This ain't what he talking about right here.
Right.
I mean, this one preacher did that, man. This ain't what he talking about. Like, come on, man. It's plainly written.
Look, man, right is right, wrong is wrong, man. If you're wrong, you just gotta fix it. That's it. We just can't call wrong right.
Man. Straight up,
all right. And place their trust in Elohim and not forget the works of El. But watch over his commands.
Because once you stop passing it down from generation to generation, what's going to happen? They're going to forget the works of the Most High Yah, right? And not watch over his commands. So that's why it's our job to keep passing it down from children to children, right? So they don't forget the works of the Most High. Go ahead, Ak.
And just like how you had brought up that Kings, because like that Kings is like when Joshua died. And then like they went in the other land and the people died after Joshua died. They started worshiping them other gods because they stopped teaching their kids. And and just when the cycle, then Most High had to raise up a judges to deliver them every time because they wasn't teaching their kids, and then they start going after the works of that of the people around them,
the other nations. That was a commandment. Don't walk in the ways of the nations, right?
I mean, judges instead of kings. Go ahead, though.
Man, and place their trust. Go ahead, okay. And place their trust in Elohim and not forget the works of El, but watch over his commands. And not be like their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation.
Right.
A generation which did not prepare its hearts.
Man, you got to prepare your heart with the word.
Come on, that's nasty right there. A generation that did not prepare their hearts. What the Most High try that we talk about every single week, right? He don't try your fringes. He tries your heart, man. He don't try how long your fringes go down. He try your heart, man.
A generation.
This is exactly why it was forgotten.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I don't want to get it twisted because I show my camera right now and I got fringes on. It's I know people, man, he one of them Israelite. Nah, I got my fringes on. You feel me? But man, it got to be in our heart, man. Praise Yah.
All praises.
First and foremost, right?
For sure.
A generation which did not prepare its heart, whose spirit was not steadfast to Elohim.
And that's what we read earlier. Our spirit need to be steadfast on the Most High. We read that.
The children of Ephraim armed bowmen turned back in the day of battle.
They turned back in the day of battle? Ephraim? The one who we just read in that Psalms 108 today. That's why I said that was a beautiful song. His chief defense, Ephraim, his chief defense was turned back in the day of battle? Wow.
They did not guard the covenant of Elohim, and they refused to walk in his Torah.
Man, come on, Ephraim. And that ain't just Ephraim. We just picking on Ephraim right now. So let's go get an example of that. let's go get an example of Ephraim being turned back in the day of battle because they did not guard the covenant of the Most High Yah. Hey, say la for me one time, please. Appreciate it. Praise Yah. Right on. So again, Ephraim is the armed bowman, right? But they was turned back in the day of battle.
Jasher 75, right?
Yes, sir. Let's get that example, man. One time.
Okay. 1 through 21.
I got you. At that time, in the 180th year of Yasharel going down into Mizraim, there went forth from Mizraim valiant men, right?
Valiant men, strong men, right?
30,000 on foot from the children of Israel, who were all of the tribe of Joseph, of the children of Ephraim, the son of Joseph. So we got 30,000 men from the tribe of Ephraim. For they said, the
valiant
period,
man too. Valiant man, not just any man, valiant man,
strong man. For they said the period was completed which Yahuwah had appointed to the children of Yasharel. And the times of old, which he had spoken to Abraham.
Oh, for they said, the Most High didn't say, they said that the period was completed, right?
I didn't even realize that. Right, they said it.
So the Most High ain't say, hey, it's time for y'all to go. They said it's time for us to go because they refused to walk in his Torah, what we just read, Psalm 78. Go ahead.
And these men, hold on, yo.
Want me to read out?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read.
All right. And these men girded themselves, and they put each man his sword at his side, and every man his armor upon him. And they trusted to their strength. They trusted to their strength. They went out together from Mizraim with a mighty hand.
Right.
But they brought no provision for the road, only silver and gold, not even bread for that day. For that day did they bring in their hand, for they thought of getting their provision for pay from the Philistine. And if not, they would take it by force. Like,
Say,
man,
we
we
don't
ain't
need
getting
no food. Go ahead, Al.
right. Yeah, that's what they said. We get home, we just gonna take their food. They don't give it to us.
Right.
And these men were very mighty and valiant men. One man could pursue 1,000, and two could rout 10,000. So they trusted to their strength and went together as they were.
And what we just read earlier in that Psalms 108, it said, Ephraim is my chief defense because these are valiant and mighty men. It say one of them can pursue 1,000 and two can rout out 10,000. Come on, man.
Right.
So of course they trusting in their own strength and sword, right? Not the Most High.
Right. And they directed their course towards the land of Gath. And they went down and found the shepherds of Gath feeding the cattle of the children of Gath. And they said to the shepherds, give us some of the sheep for pay, that we may eat, for we are hungry, for we have eaten no bread this day. And the shepherds said, are they our sheep or cattle that we should give them to you even for pay? Like, they ain't even ours. So the children of Ephraim approached to take them by force. And the shepherds of Gath shouted over them that their cry was heard at a distance. So all the children of Gath went out to them. And when the children of Gath saw the evil doings of the children of Ephraim, they returned and assembled the men of Gath, and they put on each man his armor, and came forth to the children of Ephraim for battle. And they engaged with them in the valley of Gath, and the battle was severe. And they smote from each one a great many on that day.
So both sides had a lot of people laying slain, right?
Mm-hmm. And on the second day, the children of Gath sent to all the cities of the Philistines that they should come to their help, saying, come up unto us and help us, that we may smite the children of Ephraim, who have come forth from Mizraim to take our cattle and to fight against us without cause.
Because they said we going to the land of the Philistines, right? So what land? Hey, what they say Palestine is named after? The Philistines, right? So they said before the Most High declared it, we gonna go our strong arm and strong hand, and we gonna knock their heads off and take it, right?
Right.
And
now the souls of
also now we see Gath is just a city within the Philistines, right? Mm-hmm. So they was like the children of Gath couldn't just handle them themselves because they lost a lot of men. So they called all the surrounding cities too of Philistine and said, hey man, come on, we need some help. All right, go ahead.
Now the souls of the children of Ephraim were exhausted with hunger and thirst, for they had eaten no bread for 3 days. And 40,000 men went forth from the city of the Philistines to assist them to the assistance of the men of Gath.
Oh, so now we see they tired and outnumbered. Because originally it was 30,000 men from Ephraim that went to go fight.
Right.
Now we seeing they fighting the children of Gath and 40,000 more men while being tired.
And being tired, no food, no energy. What'd you say, Jermaine?
I said, and they suffered a great loss in the first.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, that first battle. Yep.
So now they might
as well say 39.
Exactly. Right. So they was at 30. They probably at 15 now.
Right. And these men were engaged in battle with the children of Ephraim, and Yahuwah delivered the children of Ephraim into the hands of the Philistines.
Who delivered?
The Most
Yahuwah delivered the children of Ephraim into the hands of the Philistines. So they said they're gonna go by themselves, right?
Right.
And then seek the Most High before they left.
Right. Not being
and they smote. Right. And they smote all the children of Ephraim, all who had gone forth from Mizraim. None were remaining but 10 men who had run away from the engagement.
From 30,000 to 10.
10 men, right.
Wow.
For this evil was from Yahuwah against the children of Ephraim, for they transgressed the word of Yahuwah in going forth from Mizraim, before the period had arrived which Yahuwah in the days of old had appointed to Israel.
Lean not on your own understanding. Flee from evil.
Right.
For sure.
And of the Philistines also there fell a great many, about 20,000 men. And their brethren carried them and buried them in their cities. And the slain of the children of Ephraim remained forsaken in the valley of Gad for many days and years, and were not brought to burial. And the valley was filled with men's bones. Wow. That's crazy. You know, it was stinking over there. It was stinking over there.
So,
because it was for days and years, right? Not just a year. And then it was filled with bones. So, man, that's crazy. And the men who had escaped from the battle came to Mizraim and told all the children of Israel all that had befallen them.
So now we see how we got this story, right?
Right.
Yeah, no.
And their father Ephraim mourned over them for many days, and his brethren came to console him.
Let's stop
And
it
he
right there.
came.
Let's stop it right there.
Okay.
And that's why
Okay.
we see and understand when it said the children of Ephraim, armed bowmen, right? They was turned back in the day of battle, right? Because 10 of them was able to escape and turn back, right? Because they did not guard the covenant Elohim and they refused to walk in his Torah. Come on. So that's our example of Ephraim, man. That's y'all, man. I know you thought it was gonna go a little deeper than that, but we just wanted to give that example right there. We got to be obedient to the Most High, or the whole house will fall. 30,000 men. I mean,
Here it came back.
29,990 men.
Okay. Sirach 7, 23 to 25. Have you children? Instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth.
So you can't start doing this when they get a little older, then, right? When they 12, 13, you want to try to bow down their neck, right?
Right. Just like Ephraim and his kids, right? Have you daughters? Have a care of their body and show not yourself cheerful towards them.
Come on, man. You got a daughter, man. You can't give them no leadway, right?
Marry your daughter. Marry your daughter, and you shall have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding.
It's a weighty matter. That's heavy right there, right? Because some people just let their daughters do what they want to do. But it say once you marry your daughter, that's talking about that understanding. Just like you marrying your wife and y'all become one, right? And you make sure what we read earlier, talking about you and your wife becoming one. You do this with your daughter first, and then you give her to a man of understanding. Not any man, a man of understanding, right?
Right. All right. Proverbs 23 and 13. Do not withhold discipline from a child. If you strike him with a rod, he does not die. Strike him with a rod and deliver his being from Sheol.
Praise God. So now we see
you
why
gotta
we
whoop
put that
that
rod
butt.
on him. Go ahead, Doc.
Right. Yeah, you gotta whoop that butt. You don't kill them. You gotta whoop them. That way they get that understanding.
Just look at the scenario of today. Now they tell you can't whoop these children, but the same thing that they tell you can't whoop them for, the police is killing them for in the streets.
And that's why I say when you strike him with the rod, you deliver his being from Sheol, the grave, right?
Exactly.
Because if you don't, you let him do what he want, the police gonna kill him and he gonna be in Sheol. Come
Real
on.
talk.
You gotta remember why you hit that, or you whoop that child, because folly. Proverbs 22 and 15. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child.
Right.
The rod of discipline drives it far from him.
So that means even when you're a child, that's what's in your heart. Instantly, it's folly. It's bound up in your heart. But that's our job as as parents. We're gonna drive that folly right up out your heart. Come here, put this rod on your back.
Right.
That's the only way they're gonna understand. Let's just be realistic. You can talk to them as much as you could talk as much till your face turn blue. I be talking to my son half the time. He just start thinking about something else. So I pop him upside his head. Then he start looking at me and understanding. Like, okay, let me listen now. Yeah. What you looking at, nigga? The sky been blue. Come on.
All right. Sirach 30. You ready, Jermaine?
Yeah.
He that loves
my fault.
1 through what? We're going 13.
Okay. He that loves his son causes him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
That he may have joy of him at the end, right? So I don't want to see my son in Sheol early, in the grave early, right?
Exactly.
The rod of correction. That rod of correction.
Right. And to say you make them feel it often. Come on, we ain't making this up.
2, he that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him amongst his acquaintances.
Right. Right.
He that teaches his sons grieves the enemies, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Man, say a lot. Man, praise Yah. He that teaches. I mean, if you don't teach your son, that mean the enemy loves that. Right?
Right. 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 Don't teach them who they is.
Man, don't teach them nothing. Don't teach them nothing.
And this is exactly why they tell you can't discipline your children now.
Right.
Right. Right. That's real talk right there.
That's for real. Straight up.
Right.
Because the enemy knows as soon as you start disciplining him accordingly, the enemy hates that. He hates that.
Verse 4. Though his father died, yet he is as though he was not dead, for he has left one behind him that is like himself.
Praise Yah.
Right.
That's nasty.
Right. That is.
5. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful.
Right. So that's why a lot of people, especially when they dying, they be wanting to see, they kids, they son, man, come sit by my bed. Because when I see you, I'm dying, I'm like, man, look what I'm leaving behind. Praise Yah. That's nasty.
Nasty.
6. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Right.
He that makes too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his heart will be troubled at every cry. A wolf not broken become headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
That's for real. Think about a wild horse that's never been broken. Headstrong. You feel me? It's hard to break a wild horse that's been, that's been running through the fields all the days of his life, right? And that's gonna be the same thing like a child that you ain't bringing up accordingly. He himself will be willful. He'll damn near try anything, man. Straight up.
9. Conquer your child, and he shall make you afraid. Play with him, and he will bring you to heaviness.
Man.
Laugh not with him, lest you have sorrow with him, and lest you gnash your teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not as he follies. Bow down his neck.
So that means when he do some foolishness, don't just be like, ha, 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 he's just a young boy. Put that rod on that back, man. No liberty, man. Come on.
Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto you, and so bring sorrow to your heart.
Come on. So now we seeing why we putting that rod on him, right? Lest it become stubborn. If he be stubborn in you, think about how he gonna be in this world. And that's gonna bring him to Shaul real soon, real early.
Right.
Chastise his son and hold him to labor, lest he lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto you.
Right. Hold him to labor. Make him work.
Right.
Hey, and honestly, man, to be totally honest, this is something that I've seen and just witnessed, like just myself per se. Look, everybody that I know that was spoiled rotten as a child has become a horrible adult. Real talk.
Yeah.
Horrible adult.
Horrible adult, brother. Everybody that I know that was spoiled rotten as a child has grown up to be a horrible adult, bro. Real talk. And pride has kept the majority of them, for whatever reason, get off into these drugs.
Man.
On everything, man. On everything, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, they get to trying things if you leave them to their stuff.
Real talk, family.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Shepherd of Hermes. What is this? Shepherd of Hermes.
Vision 1.
Vision 1.
19.
Okay.
Where you going to? 19 to what?
19 to 22.
19 to 22.
Okay. But Elohim is not angry with you on account of this, but that you may convert those of your house,
Right.
which have committed iniquity against the Most High and against you, their parents. And although you love your sons, yet you did not warn your house,
Oh.
but permitted them to be terribly corrupted.
Because we just read in Deuteronomy that this was a command to us, that we supposed to do this, right? So let's say the Most High ain't angry with you on this because you probably didn't read that or you didn't know. But now he says that you may convert your house, right? Because you have been converted. Think about it. You was walking in sin at one time, but you have been converted. So on the same aspect, you need to convert your house too.
On this account, the Most High is angry with you, but he will heal all the evils which have been done in your house. For on account of their sins and iniquities, you have been destroyed by the affairs of this world. But now the mercy of Yahuwah has taken pity on you and your house.
And your house.
And will strengthen you and establish you in his glory.
Right.
Only do not be easy-minded, but be of good courage and comfort your house.
Come on, that's another word. The Most High said, be of good courage, what we read in that Joshua earlier, right? Be of good courage and do what? Comfort your house. Man, come on. Right. That's our job.
For as a smith hammers out his work and accomplishes whatever he wishes, so will righteous daily speech overcome all iniquity.
And that's what we read earlier. What it say in that Deuteronomy? When you wake up, when you rise up, when you go to sleep, right? That's daily speech. You steady speaking the word of the Most High, righteousness, right?
Therefore, do not cease to admonish your sons. For I know that if they will convert with all their heart, they will be enrolled in the scrolls of the living with the holy ones.
Praise God. Praise God.
Praises. Praises. Okay, Sirach 14 and 20. We keep going in this, Jermaine. Let's see, Sirach 14 and 20. 20, 27. I got it. Blessed is the man that meditates good things and wisdom, and that reasons of the holy things by his understanding.
So that go back to that same verse in that Proverbs. With all wisdom, get what? Understanding, right? Because you meditating on good things in wisdom, and you reason in these holy things by what? Understanding. Oh, praises.
He that considers her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets.
But all wisdom get what?
Understanding.
Right.
Go after her as one that traces, and lie in wait in her ways. He that pries in at her he that pries in at her windows shall also hearken at her doors.
Right.
He that lodges near her house shall also fasten a pin in her walls.
Right.
He shall pitch his tent nigh unto her, and shall lodge in that lodging where good things are.
Right.
Where I'm going to
Let's finish it
27.
off.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He shall set his children under her shelter and shall lodge under her branches.
Right.
By her he shall be covered from heat, and in her glory shall dwell.
Right. So if you dwelling there, your whole household gonna dwell there. Because he say he shall set his children under her shelter, the shelter of wisdom, right? And shall lodge under her branches. You lodging under them same branches, just like your kids, man.
Okay. Deuteronomy 6 and 13.
Let's get back to it.
Fear Yahuwah your Elohim and serve him and swear by his name.
Right.
Do not go after other mighty ones, the mighty ones of the peoples who are all around you. For Yahuwah your Elohim is a jealous El in your midst.
Right.
Lest the displeasure of Yahuwah your Elohim burn against you. Then he shall destroy you from the face of the earth. Do not try Yahuwah your Elohim as you tried him in Massa. Diligently guard the commands of Yahuwah your Elohim and his witnesses and his laws, which he has commanded you.
Right. And we just dealt with that. Like everybody just agreed. It was a command to impress this on our children and speak it in our house, right? When we lie down and rise up, right?
Right. Deuteronomy 6 and 25. And it is righteousness for when we guard to do all his commands before Yahuwah our Elohim, as he has commanded us.
To do all this command, right? So that's the command that we was just dealing with, right? Impressing this on our kids and our house, right? And it's righteousness for us when we do this. So again, now we starting to understand the difference between righteousness according to the Most High and righteousness according to this word. Most High telling us what's good and what's righteous according to him.
Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues. For she teaches temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life.
It say it's nothing more profitable in our life than what? Righteousness. It's nothing more profitable in our life than what? Righteousness. It said this righteousness brings temperance, right? That means restraint, self-control, right? It brings prudence, right? That means intelligence and discretion, right? It brings fortitude, right? That means that same courage in pain or adversity. That's fortitude, right? So when you're going through pain and adversity, you stand strong, right? You still courageous. This is what righteousness brings, and there's nothing more profitable. There's nothing more profitable
than being righteous
in this life.
That's Sirach 1 and 15. For righteousness is immortal.
For righteousness is what?
Immortal.
And that's clear cut, man. That's simple, straight to the truth, man. Righteousness is immortal. Praise God. Go ahead.
Praise it. Yeah, that's just like this world gonna pass away. The Messiah said his words shall never pass away because his words are righteous, right?
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Hey, Sirach 15, 1 through 6. He that fears Yahuwah will do good, and he that has the knowledge of the Torah shall obtain her.
So that's the thing. We just talked about what good is today. So we don't have to ask what is good. It said he that fears Yahuwah will do good. And we talked about what good is to the Most High today. Go ahead.
And as a mother shall she meet him and receive him as a woman married to a virgin.
That's that Torah we talking about.
With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink.
That's the same Torah we still talking about.
He shall be stayed upon her, and shall not be moved, and shall rely upon her, and shall not be confounded.
All praises.
She shall exalt him above his neighbor, and in the midst of the assembly shall she open his mouth.
That's what Torah does in the midst of this assembly, right? Open everybody's mouth.
Yes, sir.
He shall find joy and a crown of gladness, and she shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name.
Oh my goodness. An everlasting name. So that means you ain't gonna be called DeAndre no more. You ain't gonna be called Reuben or Jermaine or Tyrell or Adam or any of these names in the assembly. Because it said this same Torah shall cause him to inherit an everlasting name.
Bro. For sure.
Everlasting name. All praises. Let's deal with that a little bit, big man, one time. This everlasting name.
All praises, all praises.
Because when you inherited, that means it was given to you, right? You don't just go buy nothing and say I inherited. No, it was given to you from somebody else, right?
Isaiah 62, 1-2. For Zion's sake, I am not silent, and for Jerusalem's sake, I do not rest, until her righteousness goes forth as brightness, and her deliverance as a lamp that burns. And the nations shall see your righteousness, and all the sovereigns your esteem.
This is coming real soon. Y'all already talk about what town we in. This coming real soon.
Right.
No doubt.
And you shall be called by a new name, which the mouth of Yahuwah designates.
Which the mouth of the Most High designates, right?
Oh, praise.
Right.
Who giving you this new name?
The Most High.
Who giving you this everlasting name?
Most High.
Praise Yah.
Oh,
praise Yah. The Most High said, I designate this new name. I'm the one that give it to you. So everybody in this earth can go start changing their name to Yaquan, Yasharel, or Hula, Yasharel, whatever you change your name to. But this is the name that we're searching for. The new name designated by the Most High Yah. And that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Praise, man.
Hey, Revelation 2:17. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assemblies. To him who overcomes, I shall give some of the hidden manna to eat. And I shall give him a white stone. And on the stone, a renewed name written, which no one knows except him who receives it.
It's that same name that the Most High designates. Now he said, I'm going to put it on a white stone, right? A renewed name.
Revelation 3:8. I know your works. See, I have set before you an open door, and no one is able to shut it.
Right.
That you have little power, yet have guarded my word and have not denied my name.
How often do we say that name is important?
Exactly.
Man,
exactly.
Every day.
Every day. So that means if you know that name, you got to either accept it and run with it or deny it. And he said, you haven't denied my name, right? Because the time is going to come, they can be like, hey, you following Jesus or you following Yahusha, right?
Brother.
You following the Lord? You following God? Or you following Yah? You know what I'm talking about? This name is important. And he said, I know your works, right? And he said, you only got a little bit of power. You weak out here, little weak ass, right? Little weak donkey. My bad, little weak donkey. You know what I'm talking about? But he said, you guarded my word. You obeyed my word. We talked about that guarded all day. That guard all day. You obeyed my word and have not denied my set apart name. Go ahead,
See, I'm giving up those of the congregation of Satan who say that they are Yehudim and are not, but lie.
What
See,
they do,
they lie.
They lie. Every time you watching the news,
Lie.
they talking about Israelis or Jewish. They lie. They lie.
Lie.
And what y'all just said, I just sent the video in the chat the other day talking about this mandatory, right? What was the title? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I am making them come and worship before your feet, and to know that I have loved you. That time coming, right? That time coming.
For sure.
Because you have guarded my word of endurance. I also shall guard you from the hour of trial which shall come upon all the world to try those who dwell on the earth.
And we know we're in that time right now.
Yeah.
So this is the wisdom that the Most High given us right here.
That time right now.
Right.
See, I am coming speedily. Hold what you have, that no one take away your crown.
Come on.
He who overcomes, I shall make him a supporting post in the dwelling place of my Elohim. And he shall by no means go out, and I shall write on him the name of my Elohim.
Right.
And the name of the city of my Elohim, the renewed Jerusalem,
right,
which comes down out of the heaven from my Elohim, and my reward and my fault, and my renewed name.
So look at all you getting. You getting to eat some of that hidden manna. You getting a stone with a new name on it, a name that the Most High designates for you, and then you getting the name of Mashiach, his renewed name, the new name of renewed Jerusalem. Look at all these benefits, man, when you do good before the Most High. What is man's good? And we just dealt with it. So now we seeing the reward. All praise.
All praises to the Most High, yeah.
All praise. All right, Isaiah 62. And you shall be a crown of comeliness in the hand of Yahuwah, and a royal headdress in the hand of your Elohim.
Right.
No longer are you called forsaken, and no longer is your land called deserted.
So we just said that you getting a new name. You ain't called nigga no more, right? We started to see nigga mean forsaken. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't called that no more. And no longer do they call Jerusalem deserted, right?
Straight up.
You say, well, we ain't being called no more family.
They ain't called no nigga no more. Not no more. Hey, nigga, hey, especially when they put the ER on the back, that equates to forsaken. That's what it equates to.
Yeah, you right. You right.
But you shall be called Tishabah, and your land married. For Yahuwah shall delight in you, and your land be married. For as the young man marries a maiden, so shall your sons marry you. And as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall your Elohim rejoice over you.
All praises.
All praises. I have set watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem, all the day and all the night, continually, who are not silent. You who remember Yahuwah, give yourselves no rest.
Do what?
Give yourselves no rest.
Man, we got to continue what we read in that Micah earlier when it said against the mountains. If you fighting a mountain, man, you can never stop because you never going to overcome that mountain. You got to keep going. Give yourself no rest.
And give him no rest till he establishes, until he makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
So when it say give him no rest, that means continually praying to the Most High, right?
Right.
You might pray the same thing yesterday. That means pray it again. Give him no rest.
Pray it again. Give him no rest.
That's that understanding without ceasing.
Go ahead, say it again, Doc.
So that's that understanding why he said without ceasing. Without ceasing.
Right. Pray without ceasing, for sure.
Yahuwah has sworn by his right hand and by the arm of his strength. So basically, we should say, Yahuwah has sworn by Hamashiach. No more do I give your grain to be food for your enemies, nor do sons of the foreigner drink your new wine, for which you have labored. But those gathering it shall eat it and praise Yahuwah.
That's 2 things. You shall eat it and do what?
Praise Yahuwah.
Right.
And those collecting it shall drink in my set apart courts.
Praises.
That what the Messiah said. I ain't gonna drink of this vine till I drink it new with you in the kingdom, right?
Right. All praises, right. Hey, that's gonna be some good wine. Hey, man. None of that sweet bubbly stuff, big man. That's gonna be some red wine right there.
Pass through the gates, prepare the way for the people, build up the highway, remove the stones, lift up a banner for the people.
Cry aloud, man. What that's saying, right?
Man, that's like an ensign, right? In Isaiah 11. See, Yahuwah hath proclaimed to the end of the earth. Say to the daughter of Zion, see, your deliverance has come.
Right.
See, his reward is with him, and his work before him.
So when we proclaim it, we ain't just saying, hey, brother, you know you're an Israelite. He says, see, y'all proclaim to the end of the earth. What we need to say to the daughters of Zion, see, your deliverance has come, brother. See, his reward is with him, brother, and his work is before him, brother.
Right.
Straight up.
Right. You working for a reward in this earth, man. We working for a reward that's to come.
Right.
There's a reward coming at the end. That's the reward we want.
For sure.
Last reward.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That new name designated for us.
And they shall be called the set apart people, the redeemed of Yahuwah. And you shall be called, sought out, a city not forsaken.
A city not full of what, big man? Go.
Straight up.
Okay.
Straight up.
Let's finish them off, right?
Okay, Romans.
Let me read this out. You read everything.
I was calling on y'all. Y'all ain't saying nothing, so I kept going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I started reading and you took over.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, man, where they at, man? They must like the way I read. That's what I was thinking. All right, they must like the way I read, boy. You know?
You know where to read?
I just started letting him read because I know he on that couch. I ain't want to start dozing off. You feel me?
See, I gotta ask where we stopping at? Where we starting at? He already knows, so he start reading.
Start reading.
Yeah. All right. Romans 1-2. That's for you, Yamel, and 9-21 is for Jermaine. How about that? This is the last one. We're gonna divide it up.
Hey, Yamel, he gave you 2 verses,
Yeah, me. I got you. I call upon you, therefore, brothers, through the compassion of Elohim, present your bodies a living offering, set apart,
right?
Well pleasing to Elohim, your reasonable worship.
This is our reasonable worship. This is what's good, right? Presenting our bodies. So the Most High said, I don't want no calves, what we read earlier. I don't want y'all sacrificing all this. It say present present your bodies as a living offering. I don't want no calves or no goats, right? And be set apart, right? And well-pleasing to me, the Most High Yah, right? Yo, reasonable worship. That's reasonable worship to the Most High. All praises.
If it's sacrifice, that's reasonable worship, huh?
That's reasonable worship, huh? Come on.
All praises, man. Right? What, man?
Right.
It's, what could you do for the truth? You know what I'm saying?
And what kind of worship they gonna be doing tomorrow is the question. Is that reasonable worship?
No.
Okay.
All right. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. All right. And that mind is the heart too,
For sure. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that you prove what is that is good. So that you prove what is that good and well-pleasing and perfect desire of Elohim.
So we conform to this world, we can't do what's well-pleasing and perfect desire of the Most High, right?
Man, love not the world.
I mean, 9 through 21, y'all brothers don't fight over this now. Don't fight over this.
You want to read some of it, Mel?
Nah, you got it out.
All right. Let love be without hypocrisy. Shrink from what is wicked. Cling to what is good.
And we just talked about what's good today, right? Go ahead.
Right. He said, shrink from what is wicked. Be small in wickedness.
Man.
Get away from it.
Cling to what is good. In brotherly love, tenderly loving towards one another, and appreciation, giving preference to each other.
Right. And Big Man just did that. You want to read something yet, Mel? Right?
Hey, they ain't showed me no appreciation in the reading I was doing.
It's always a battle. Big Man, it's always a battle. We'll never be able to talk about nothing and never revert back to him. We just got to understand that as our brother. You feel me?
Man. Nobody want to give me.
Hey, you go to that 9 again, real quick. I like that. I like that shrink from what is wicked. Like you say, renew your mind. Like, it's a process, man. You know what I'm saying? Until we reach that.
For sure.
Definitely is.
It's the process, man.
It's a process. That's the process. Shrinking, right?
I
ain't doing this no more. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what shrinking is. It's a process. Think about every time you wash a shirt and then put a good shirt and put it in the dryer. It's shrink and shrink and shrink. It's a process, right? Until you can't fit it no more.
Right.
Well, I mean, honestly, brothers, man, just look at from where all of us came from, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the real.
And we still shrinking from what is wicked, right? Still shrinking.
Right.
We ain't all the way there yet. Y'all brothers ain't all the way there.
All right, we at 11. Not idle in duty, adherent in spirit, serving the master, rejoicing in the
ardent, zealous in the spirit, right? We dealt with that zealousness before, right?
Rejoicing in the expectancy, enduring under pressure, continually steadfastly in prayer, imparting to the needs of the set apart ones, pursuing kindness towards strangers.
Wait, hold on, big man, because we dealt with a lot of this today, right? So it say rejoicing in expectancy. It didn't say hope. It say rejoicing in what we expect, right? We expect Mashiach to come down. We expect that we walk in complete obedience to enter into the kingdom, right? Rejoicing in that, right?
Straight up. Expecting to drink that good. Look at I know you're gonna say expecting that good wine in the kingdom. I know you're gonna say that.
And expecting to sip that good wine with Mashiach. You know what I'm talking about? We expect these things, right? Enduring under pressure because we know it's to come. That's what we talk about every single day, even in the chat. We know what time we in. We know pressure coming, right? Enduring under that pressure, because he endures to the end will be what?
He saved.
And continually steadfastly in prayer. Y'all may have just said it. Cease prayer without ceasing. That means non-stop. Keep praying, right?
Yes, sir.
Also, imparting to the needs of the set apart ones. Did we not talk about lending today?
Yep.
Okay.
Even
why you stop there? Huh? You forgot to say pursuing kindness toward a stranger.
I was about to get there. You just,
Okay.
Okay.
I thought.
And pursuing kindness towards strangers. Listen, man.
Okay, that was a long pause.
And guess what? And that's one of the hardest matters to do. Straight up.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Pursuing
especially
kindness
when they
towards
call
strangers.
you a nigga.
Don't let it be no other nation. You feel me?
No.
It's easier to pursue kindness towards your brother, a brother of the same nation as you. But when you see them other nations out here and they strangers, it's hard to just be like, yeah, treat them like you treat any other brother that you've been knew. Go ahead,
I was saying, these are the set
apart. Say, y'all, man?
Yeah, I would say you were saying imparting to the needs of the set apart ones. That's like you were saying, like teaching this word too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. If that's a need of them, because sometimes if they set apart, you might just be what they say when you're talking to somebody and they might already know something. You feel me? If they walking and set apart and it's just like you, we supposed to be all of one body. So you know what I'm saying? Edifying, but necessarily we don't always need to preach to somebody that's set apart. Edifying for sure. This is what we do every Shabbat.
All right, we have 14. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Be of the same mind towards one another. Do not be proud in mind, but go along with the lowly. Do not be wise in your own estimation. Repay no evil for evil. Respect what is right in the sight of all men. If possible, on your part, be at peace with all men.
Wow.
Be loved. Do not revenge yourselves, but give place to the wrath, for it has been written, vengeance is mine, and I shall repay, says Yahuwah. Instead, if your enemy hungers, feed him. If he thirsts, give him a drink, for in doing so, you shall heap coals of fire on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good.
Overcome evil with what, big man?
Good.
And we just talked about this good today. Praise Yah for sure.
All praises to the Most High Yah.
All praise. That was good.
Yeah, definitely a good one, family.
Praise Yah, that's for sure.
Definitely a good one.
Even though Yahuwah ate all the food.
All of it.
You say he's selfish out there with the food,
man. Hey, man. Hey, what is the? Y'all must forgot what y'all just read, man. Y'all forget what y'all just read, man.
They went straight back to it.
Let me go back in here real quick, man.
Look at it. Look at it. You gonna reread it for us? You say, hey, man, you know how I do.
It said, beloved, let's see.
We got a feeling, find it first.
Impossible on your part. Be at peace with all men. Don't say they trying to eat everything, man. That's basically what he's saying right there. That's what he's saying. That ain't being peaceable saying I'm eating it all up. You know what I'm saying? To be at peace, you're supposed to be like, that brother read pretty good. Can I read something, brother? You know what I'm saying? That sounds better. Huh?
Hey, you see, he always want a compliment too. He read, but somebody tell him he read. You read pretty good today. Somebody got a compliment him. Because if he don't get no compliment today, man, I'm telling you, he's gonna lead us in there. I did all that reading today, and they ain't say one thing about how good I read.
Let's see.
Praise you, assembly, brothers.
All praises, though. Praise y'all.
Psalm
Hey, you can't,
110.
hey, Shaq. Hey, Shaq, can you do that impression again? Can I hear it again?
It don't come natural, man. When he be acting like that, it just come like that. You feel me? If I try to mimic it again, it won't come out right. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
know,
feel it.
that's called mocking. Stop mocking, brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mockery.
that's how you gotta set them.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta set them straight, DeAndre. You know, you like to talk a
Yeah.
lot of junk,
Hey,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of junk.
Especially, hey, when you're number one reader, you get to say a few things.
Yeah.
Hey, you getting his head puffed up real quick. As soon as you
Hey,
said
you
number
said
one
that.
reader,
Hey,
as soon as you said number
Shaq,
one reader, he talking about
you
yeah.
said compliment. Hey, listen, you said compliment him. I'm doing
You
what you
know what I'm
said, man.
saying?
But you ain't
That
got he talking about
that's what
as
I'm
soon as you
talking about,
said, hey, he
DeAndre.
don't take
That's what I'm
compliments
talking
well,
about.
DeAndre. As soon as you said number one reader, he talking about yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man, that's crazy.
Shaq, you want the song?
Yes, sir. You know that. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, you can't be letting them take all the food out. You
You know,
know?
y'all over here got the itis, man. Brothers over here, we still want some more food. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
Yeah.
you know, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know, you can't be letting brothers
Hey,
take your food.
hey,
I gotta
hey,
eat
y'all
this.
gotta fast. Y'all gotta
Shaq
fast.
down
You gotta learn how to fast.
today. He didn't really get to eat nothing.
It's all good. All praises.
You said
Praise.
what?
I said Shaq was the breaker downer today. He didn't get to eat, so
Yeah, let me go and get, you know. I
I
can't let you have that. I love you, you know. I, you know.
You don't want nobody reading
I
this
wish I could
song.
do what Big Main did and be like, you want some of this? But hey,
He ain't that, you know, he ain't like that. You know,
I'm
he
still
greedy.
growing out. I'm still growing out. Okay.
Greedy.
Still growing out. Psalms 110. Praise shot. Let's get him. Yahuwah said to my master, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. Yahuwah sends your mighty scepter. Yahuwah sends your mighty scepter out of Zion. Rule in the midst of your enemies. Your people volunteer in the day of your might, in the splendors of set apartness. From the womb, from the morning, you have the dew of your youth. Yahuwah has sworn and does not relent. You are a priest forever according to the order of Melchizedek. Yah, at your right hand, shall smite sovereigns in the day of his wrath. He judges among the nations. He shall fill the nations with dead bodies. He shall crush the head over the mighty earth. He drinks of the stream by the wayside. Therefore, he does lift up the head. Hallelujah. Praise Yah.
Hallelujah. All praise.
They talking about
All praise.
they talking about this a white man book, and the Most High said he busting the nations. He filling the nations with dead bodies, and this a white man's book. Y'all gotta be baloney with that one.